The story of Ozzy Osbourne after the final Black Sabbath concert is one filled with passion, resilience, and a continuing dedication to music. When Ozzy took the stage at the Birmingham NEC in 2017, fans knew they were witnessing something extraordinary, the closing of one of the most significant chapters in rock history. The final performance of Black Sabbath, part of the aptly named The End Tour, marked not only the conclusion of a legendary band but also a pivotal moment for the Prince of Darkness himself. Black Sabbath's farewell tour had been a monumental event. From the first announcement, it was clear that the band intended to give fans a grand farewell. With decades of iconic albums, unforgettable performances, and a legacy that helped define heavy metal, the final tour carried a weight of anticipation unlike any other. Fans across the globe had been waiting for this moment, many traveling from far and wide to witness history firsthand. Every note played on that stage, every lyric delivered, felt like a testament to the enduring power of their music. The atmosphere inside the NEC that night was electric. There was excitement, nostalgia, and an undeniable sense of finality. Fans, some of whom had grown up listening to the band's albums, sang along to every word. Others, experiencing Black Sabbath live for the first time, marveled at the sheer presence of the band on stage. It was an evening where past, present, and future collided, with Ozzy's unmistakable voice at the center. But as the concert ended and the final applause echoed through the arena, a question lingered in the minds of fans worldwide: what would happen next for Ozzy Osbourne? Many wondered whether he would finally hang up the microphone for good. After all, performing for decades takes its toll on even the most legendary artists. The speculation was rife. Some believed that retirement was imminent, while others held out hope that the iconic frontman still had more music to share. The uncertainty was palpable. Despite the weight of farewell and speculation, the truth was clear: Ozzy wasn't finished. Long before the final notes of Black Sabbath rang out, he had already made plans to continue his journey in music. The announcement of No More Tours 2 was more than just a cheeky nod to a previous farewell tour. It was a declaration that Ozzy Osbourne still had a fire in his soul for performance. Fans could breathe easy knowing that, although Black Sabbath had ended, Ozzy's personal musical story was far from over. No More Tours 2 was not simply a series of concerts, it was a celebration of Ozzy's life, career, and unparalleled contribution to rock music. Across arenas, fans had the opportunity to experience the hits of Ozzy's solo career, songs that had cemented his place in rock history alongside, and even beyond, his work with Black Sabbath. Tracks like Crazy Train, Bark at the Moon, and No More Tears once again came alive on stage, reminding audiences of the vast range of Ozzy's artistry. Alongside the music, Ozzy took the opportunity to reflect on the end of Black Sabbath. In interviews and appearances, he made poignant statements about closing that chapter of his life. He acknowledged the profound significance of the band's farewell, but made it clear that his love for music and performing remained undiminished. For him, Black Sabbath was a defining part of his story, but it was just one chapter of a much larger narrative. The transition from the end of Black Sabbath to his solo tour was seamless for Ozzy. Fans who had loved the energy, intensity, and showmanship of Sabbath shows could now follow him into a new phase of his career. The essence of Ozzy, the charisma, the raw power, and the connection with the audience remained unchanged. What changed was the focus, the freedom to explore his solo catalog, and the ability to engage with his fans in a deeply personal way. Throughout No More Tours 2, Ozzy's performances were a masterclass in endurance, passion, and showmanship. Despite decades in the business, he delivered each song with energy and intensity that belied his years. Every guitar riff, drum beat, and vocal line reminded audiences why he had become such an iconic figure in rock and metal. And more than just the music, there was an undeniable sense of gratitude in his performances, a recognition of the fans who had supported him through decades of tours, albums, and countless iconic moments. The tour also gave Ozzy a chance to collaborate with other artists, both on stage and in the studio. While Black Sabbath had been a collaborative band effort, Ozzy's solo career allowed him to work with a wide range of musicians, crossing genres and generations. These collaborations brought fresh energy to his work and introduced his music to new audiences, proving that Ozzy's influence extended far beyond the confines of his original band. In interviews, Ozzy often spoke candidly about the emotional side of leaving Black Sabbath behind. He reflected on the friendships, challenges, and unforgettable experiences that had shaped the band's journey. While acknowledging the sadness of saying goodbye, he also emphasized the excitement of looking forward to new projects, new performances, and the continuation of his musical journey. For Ozzy, the end of Black Sabbath was not a conclusion, it was an evolution. Fans who followed the tour quickly realized that Ozzy's energy had not waned. If anything, the post-Sabbath performances demonstrated that he had entered a new era of artistry. The music was still electrifying, the performances still theatrical, and the connection with audiences still visceral. Fans witnessed an artist who refused to slow down, an artist determined to keep performing and inspiring, regardless of the passing of time. This period of Ozzy's career also highlighted his resilience. Over the decades, he had faced personal challenges, health issues, and the relentless pressures of fame. Yet, time and time again, he returned to the stage, proving that his passion for music and his connection to his audience could not be diminished. This resilience became a central theme of his post-Sabbath journey, a testament to his enduring commitment to the art that had defined his life. No More Tours 2 was also a reminder that Ozzy's influence extended beyond the songs themselves. His persona, his story, and his larger-than-life presence had inspired generations of musicians and fans alike. From aspiring guitarists learning to play his riffs to young vocalists inspired by his raw power and charisma, Ozzy's impact remained evident long after the final notes of Black Sabbath faded from history. As the tour continued, Ozzy also used his platform to reflect on the importance of music in his life. He spoke openly about how performing and creating songs had been central to his identity for decades. The stage was not just a venue for entertainment, it was a space where he could connect with fans, express himself, and celebrate a lifetime devoted to rock and metal. For audiences, watching Ozzy perform after Black Sabbath's farewell was more than just witnessing a concert, it was experiencing a living legacy. Each performance told a story of perseverance, creativity, and an unwavering dedication to music. It reminded fans why Ozzy Osbourne remained a central figure in rock history, even after the monumental end of one of the greatest bands of all time. In addition to touring, Ozzy continued to work in the studio, producing new music and exploring collaborations with artists across genres. This period of creativity demonstrated that his artistic vision had not diminished with age or the closing of a chapter in his career. On the contrary, it seemed to thrive, fueled by decades of experience, the desire to innovate, and the support of his fans. While Black Sabbath had marked a critical part of his life, it was clear that Ozzy's journey was far from over. He remained a force in rock and metal, inspiring audiences around the world and reminding the music community that true passion for performance never truly ends. Every stage he appeared on, every note he sang, and every song he recorded was a continuation of the story that began decades earlier, a story that still had many chapters left to write. For fans, the post-Sabbath era became a chance to experience the breadth of Ozzy's career in a new way. They could witness his evolution as a solo artist, appreciate his resilience and dedication, and celebrate a lifetime of unforgettable music. And perhaps most importantly, they could see that Ozzy Osbourne, even after decades of legendary performances, still had the energy, creativity, and drive to keep entertaining the world. Ultimately, Ozzy's post-Black Sabbath journey is a story of endurance, reinvention, and unwavering passion. The final concert of Black Sabbath may have closed one era, but it also opened the door to another, a chapter where Ozzy continued to define what it means to be a rock legend. His music, performances, and presence ensured that the legacy of the Prince of Darkness would endure, inspiring fans new and old, and proving that sometimes, the end of one story is only the beginning of another. So, for those who have followed his journey from Black Sabbath to No More Tours 2 and beyond, Ozzy Osbourne remains a symbol of resilience, creativity, and the enduring power of rock and metal. His story is a testament to the idea that music is not just about the past, it is about the moments yet to come, the songs yet to be written, and the memories yet to be made. If you're a fan of Ozzy, what are your favorite solo moments? Was it Crazy Train, Mr. Crowley, or another unforgettable performance? Share your memories in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories about rock legends, their journeys, and the music that shaped generations. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.